thank you for watching.
Before we jump in, I wanted to point out that while I have 5.8 thousand subscribing viewers, there are over 18,000 of you who watch but are not yet subscribed. Please do me a quick favor. Hit that like button if you're into fashion dolls and foolery, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss out on any new videos. All right, let's get into it.
In this video, I'm going to unbox and review the Nymphia Wind doll from the Icons Only series from Atomic Lab, designed by Jason Wu. Let's take a closer look. This is the shipper for the Nymphia Wind doll from the Icons Only series from Atomic Labs. So I've already cut the tape on the shipper just to save us a little bit of time. So let's see if we can get this open here. And, ooh, I'm seeing a nice looking box here. And it's covered with tissue paper, so let's see if we can get this out. It seems to be stuck. One moment, por favor. All right, so I was able to get the box out of the shipper. I was having a hard time fully reaching the box as I have short Tyrannosaurus Rex arms. But here we go. Ooh, I'm not sure what is the... I think this is the top here. Really gorgeous yellow box. Actually, it's upside... I do have it upside down. But you can see it says Nymphia there embossed on the box. It is beautiful. And it's, look at it. It's in the shape of a banana. It looks like there's a little glove there. Really super, super cool. I am going to turn this upside down. Oh, there's some stuff on the top of the box here. Oh, and it's got the Atomic Labs branding here, and it says what it contains and all of that stuff. So let's take a look at the back of the box, and as you can see here, we have a picture of Nymphia Wind. Really gorgeous photo of her on a banana, of course, her trademark. And we'll scroll down so that you can see all of the picture, and then it says Atomic Lab down here. I'm going to pull back just so that you can see the full picture, and just instead of seeing it just in little chunks. Really very nice, and this is really like quality box. This is like really very heavy box, so it's really very nice quality. And of course, with Jason Wu as the designer, I expect no less than that. So let's see if we can get this open. And ooh, actually she is upside down. And look at this. So cool. You can see our doll here, but if you look, and of course it has the glare here, and I'll remove the plastic in just a moment, but the reason why I'm not removing it just yet is because look down here, Nymphia Wind's autograph on there. How cool is that? Super cool. They're going to make me save the glossy part of the box too. And you can also see our doll inside of here, and she's looking really gorgeous here. And I'm just going to go down. And there are actually some things I do need to tell you about this sculpt and this doll head, but I will fill you in on that in just a bit. Actually, since we already took a look at her signature, let's see if we can get the glare off of this so that we can actually see her close up. And let's go in. Yeah, she is gorgeous. Look at that. Look at those lashes. Oh, wow. And of course, the glamorous jewelry. And you can see, look at that underneath here. And we'll take a peek of what's going on underneath here. Right now, we're just looking at the presentation. Look at the pearls on her garter. This is really, or stocking, this is really gorgeous. And then look at those shoes. Oh, I am so in love. Okay, I need to take a little peek. Look at that. Look at the stitching on this and the detail. Oh, I cannot wait to get this doll off of the liner so that we could take a closer look at her and everything that comes with her. So if you look in the interior of the lid, you can see there's some information here about Nymphia. So I'm actually going to go in closer so that you can read it, and I'll just kind of scroll and you can read the information about her, which is really very cool, talking about her history, where she's from, and all of that stuff. Also, of course, her signature color, banana yellow, and her camp aesthetic. And I'll just keep scrolling down so that you can read it all about her spreading her banana fever. Super cool detail, and I'm so glad that they included this in the interior. This is a close-up of the Nymphia Wind doll from the Icons Only series from Atomic Labs, designed by Jason Wu. Now, the head sculpt that you see here is called the Queen head sculpt, and I will tell you about that in just a second. I do want you to take a close look at this. Really very gorgeous. And let's go in on the screening. Beautiful gorgeousness, and you can really see the Jason Wu look on this screening. Very gorgeous. Look at those earrings, just really beautiful. And that necklace, oh, loving, loving, loving. And you can see the hair here, and this is again very Jason Wu here, just gorgeousness. Now I'm going to pull back so that we can see some more detail. Also, I want to mention that the hair color is called banana yellow, and it is Saran. Now, what's happened with the head sculpt is that Jason Wu, after these dolls were produced, he took a look at the head sculpt and said, hey, I mean, it looks good, but it doesn't quite look like Nymphia Wind. So what he decided to do, and he and I actually had a conversation about this, he decided to redo the head sculpt and created a second head that will be included with all of the dolls that will be shipping out, and it will actually be a Nymphia Wind head sculpt. So this is the head that will come with your doll in the box, but there will be a second head in there, and I'll show you the second head in just a little bit of, but I do want to show you what is in the box, and you can see it is really very gorgeous. I'm going to pull back so that we can see some more detail here, and you can see, of course, this beautiful fur coat, which is gorgeous, and we'll do a 360 with the coat and without, but I do want you to see the detail. Look at this. Let's go in on the detail here. This is absolutely stunning. Look at the peekaboo mesh there. Beautiful. And then, of course, the garters and the panty, which is really nice. And then look at the stockings with these pearls. These are beautiful. And, of course, you can see the articulation, and I'll get into that in just a bit. And you can also see the shoes and the feet. Now, remember this because I'm actually going to talk about this in just a moment. Another thing that I do want to mention is that this doll does come on the brand new GlamFlex 2.0 body, which has 16 points of articulation. And I'll show you a little bit more of the body without the coat in just a little bit, but I do just want to let you know some information about it. Now, one of the things that I was telling you about are the feet. Now, what's going on with the feet? Get this. The feet are actually removable and actually come with a second pair of feet that have more of a flat foot, I believe. We'll take a close look at that. But that is one of the features of the new GlamFlex 2.0 body. Super cool. And I am so in love with these shoes. If they fit ALYSA, Nymphia is in trouble. So as I mentioned earlier, everyone who purchases or purchased the Nymphia Wind doll will get a second doll head that you can actually put onto the body of the doll that you get. And that's because, of course, Jason Wu is a perfectionist and he wanted it to look just like Nymphia Wind. How cool is that? I love that about him. So let's open the box and see what to do. And I have not seen the new head and I am super curious. Okay, it looks like I'm just going to start tearing this box open because I need to see. And ooh, look at that. They even made the box with the head in it fancy. I love that. And you can see Nymphia Wind there on the banana. Very, very cool. And it looks like it's like a mini doll box. Really super cool. And let's see what's it doing inside. I am super oh, yes, yes, yes. They did it. Jason Wu, yes. This is much better and was worth the wait. Oh, this is gorgeous. I cannot wait to get this new head out of the box and put it on to our doll. Super gorgeous. I want to really go in on this screening while we're here. Look at those eyes. Much better. Oh, I'm loving what I see here. Look at this. This is a huge improvement and honestly, more gorgeous. Really loving what I see here. Oh, absolutely stunning. Beautiful. Love, love, love. These are some of the extra items that come with the Nymphia Wind doll from the Icons Only series from Atomic Labs. So let's take a closer look. And as you can see here, we have a pair of feet and hands. So you can see here how the feet look and how they fit onto the body. Also the same with the hands. I'm going to put that down and let's see the display stand that we get with her. And as you can see, we have Nymphia Wind's autograph on the base. Really cool. And it is a circle. And then you can see it is a similar base to a lot of other fashion dolls in the industry. But we also get this envelope. So let's take a look and see what is inside. So this is the envelope that came inside of the box under the like liner, and it says, oh, look at that, very fancy. A for Atomic Lab. Oh, look at that, very cool. And ooh, oh wow, take a look at this. This is my certificate of authenticity, and as you can see, I have number 8 of 1500. Very, very cool. Let's do a 360 of the Nymphia Wind doll from the Icons Only series from Atomic Labs with the Queen Sculpt. So because this is the head that comes on the doll, I thought I would do a 360 with this one. And of course, I'll do a 360 with the new updated head as well. Let's go in. And you can see those lashes, just beautiful. And I must say, this screening is really beautiful, but I will say the updated head sculpt did make a difference. Look at those gorgeous earrings and that beautiful Saran hair. Just gorgeous. Look how long it is. Beautiful. And of course, that fur coat, which is fully lined inside, and you can see some of her articulation, and also look at that jewelry, just bling bling. I absolutely love these stockings. They are gorgeous, and of course those shoes, which are beautiful. We'll see more detail when I remove the jacket, but of course we want to see that screening. You can see the lashes from behind. I love it. Look at her. I just love, look at that gold. Just beautiful and luxurious. Love it. And that is the Nymphia Wind doll from the Icons Only series with the Queen's head sculpt. The plastic on the head of this doll is actually pretty hard. It's actually harder than normal, I guess, Integrity Toys type of dolls. It's actually a little bit harder and needs a little bit more heat than you normally might be used to. So just make sure that you take your time when doing that. If you're unfamiliar with removing these types of doll heads, then make sure that you look it up on YouTube and watch some videos before you attempt it at home. So really very important to know, and I'm glad that they did include very detailed instructions. Here is a side-by-side of the Queen sculpt and also of the Nymphia Wind 1.0 sculpt. Really very subtle, but actually makes huge differences. And even the screening is much better. As you can see, look at them both. I'm really loving the improved head. It's much more superior and looks much more realistic than the screening and the sculpt of the original Queen. So Jason Wu made a really good move with this. Gorgeous. Let's do a 360 of the Nymphia Wind doll now with the Nymphia Wind head, also without the coat, so that we can see some detail on the outfit. Switching that head out was such a smart move. Just another thing I want to let you know is the ears do not come pierced, so you will need a push pin to pierce the ears before you put the earrings in, or you'll probably break the earrings. So just a little note. Let's go in and look at her. What a huge difference. Now, I was kind of on the fence about the Nymphia Wind doll when she was first announced and we saw her pictures. I was like, I like her, but I don't know if I love her, but I'm curious. I want to get her and see. Sometimes the prototypes are not as great as what you actually get, and in this case it worked out. Look at her. She is gorgeous. Look at her, and those earrings are absolutely stunning, and of course her hair. And I do want to see that face again. It is just gorgeous. You can see those lashes from behind. Also, her head is not as hard, so you don't have to heat the whole head, just the whole part, and you're not going to need as much heat, which was great. So you can see also that bling she has, and also this yellow corset lingerie set. And you can see the peekaboo in it, and also it looks like there's snaps. Actually, it's tied there. It's laced up back there. Sorry about that. And you can see, look at the stitching in this. This is Jason Wu all the way. And you can see the garter belts, which are actually functional. And look at the little details with the little pearl tassels there for the corset. Just really very beautiful. And look at the faux pearl embellishment on the stockings. Just absolutely stunning. I'm going to go down so that we can see those yellow pumps, and they are so cute. And remember, the feet are detachable in case you want to do a flat foot shoe for this doll if you want to take the outfit on and off. But look at those shoes. They are really very, very gorgeous. I'm going to go up so that we can see that necklace. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Just loving what I see. And of course, we want to see that screening one more time because we're this close. Why not? Look at, oh, this sculpt is so much better. Oh my goodness. Love, love, love. And that is the 360 of the, actually I was going to say the Queen sculpt. This is the Nymphia Wind sculpt for the Nymphia Wind doll. For those of you who are curious about the back of the corset, this is what it looks like. It is stunning. You can see how it's laced on and actually has a separate panty, and you can see it is tied up beautifully. I am not going to untie that. Then you can see just how the tassels hang. Just really very luxurious, very sensual, very beautiful, very glamorous. Love the detail. Let's do a 360 of the Nymphia Wind doll from the Icons Only series from Atomic Labs with the Nymphia Wind head sculpt and the complete ensemble. Because the faux fur coat is so long, instead of a 360, we actually already did a 360 with the faux fur coat on earlier. I thought I would just actually just go in so that you can see what she looks like with the complete look. Super gorgeous. Look at her. Just loving it. Look how this coat billows out. It is gorgeous. Look at that. And this is why I was having a little bit of a hard time getting it to turn on the 360 wheel. But look at that. And of course, all fully lined inside. Just the gorgeousness. Look at this inside here. Ah, gorgeousness. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's welcome our panel. First, we have CEO of W Cosmetics, Veronique PERRIN. Next, we have fashion icon and queen of Mattel, BARBIE. And last but never least, actress, model, singer, and Jason Wu's original muse, ALYSA Rodriguez. So ladies, what are your thoughts on the Nymphia Wind doll from Atomic Labs and Jason Wu? Veronique, I'm going to start with you, and I see that you already have a note for us. And you say, Jason Wu and Atomic who? Jason and I will be having a conversation after we tape. And Barbie, what are your thoughts on the new Nymphia Wind doll designed by Jason Wu? And you have a note for us. And you say, Jason Wu gave her a collaboration? I've been a global icon since 1959, and this second-rate banana gets called before me? And ALYSA, you have a note for us. And you say, as Jason Wu's original muse, I believe I have sovereignty over this outfit. Ladies, please escort her backstage. Looks like you in danger, girl. Well, Nymphia, welcome to Edmonton, and I guess we'll see you backstage. All right, well, thank you, panel. So I have a lot of friends who complain when dolls are running late from the factory, you know, when we kind of make a pre-order for a doll and then the doll doesn't come out for a year. I always tell them, be patient. It's better for the factory to get it right for them to rush and send you something that you don't really want, especially at the prices that everything costs these days. So in this case, with this Jason Wu Atomic Lab Nymphia Wind doll, I'm so glad that they did not ship it out over the summer or fall. They waited until they got the head right and are sending it out with instructions to everyone. So that, number one, I really appreciate that. I'd rather have this doll, honestly, than the first one. I did like the first one, but this one, hands down, I absolutely love. She is going nowhere in my collection. That being said, I love the details of the outfit. The lingerie is really very pretty, very detailed. Of course, the yellow coat is gorgeous and beautiful, and the jewelry and the screening, the hair, there's just everything about this doll is gorgeous. I did wonder why maybe they did not put her in one of her iconic outfits from the RuPaul's Drag Race shows. But then I thought, well, maybe they actually have to pay for that in order to do that. So it was better for them to come up with something on their own. And I think they've done a really great job for their first time out. Atomic Lab and Jason Wu, we are watching you, and I cannot wait to see what comes next. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Also, if you like this video, please make sure that you click the like button. That's how I know that you like my videos. And if you have not yet subscribed, do it today. There's a little button somewhere down there. You'll press that with the notification bell, and then you'll get notified of when I come up with new videos like this one. So thanks again for watching, and I hope that you have a great day.